So I'm hoping it's going to be interesting. And I'm hoping I'm not lagging. So as we start, so I'm hoping I'm ready and live, and we can already start our session. So welcome people, welcome everyone, everyone who everyone who has been waiting for this live. I want to assure you that it's going to be a series. It's going to be a very interesting series, and we'll be sharing so much. And yeah, so this is how to build. I'm hoping the stream is okay. I'm trying to find ways to make sure that the stream is good. Yeah. Okay. With that, I guess we're good. So building a $100 per day, like if you want to receive $100 every day from your business, this is everything. It's going to be a series of sessions to give you the most in-depth and also I'll be giving you access to learning materials apart from just this, whatever you're seeing here, apart from just having a session whereby I speak, just light, not in detail format about this type of topics. So if you're the kind of person who's looking for opportunities, you're looking to see if you can be able to just create a business that you don't have to really stress so much, and you want to make sure that it's going to you want to make sure that this type of business that you're going to put up, it doesn't require that much effort, and we call this type of businesses that are evergreen. And yeah, so this is everything that you're going to be going through in terms of me letting you know everything that you would want to know. So this is skills that you need to build these businesses, how to find that niche slash the product, building a product. I'm going to be walking you through that. How do you set up a payment system for your international clients? Because you need international clients on this, right? So all these things, I've included them in this. So make sure you are already tuned in and everything. So skill to build the business, the skills that you need, how to find the niche or the product. In this case, I use the example of the traveling niche, and I'm hoping you guys can hear me clearly. So I use the traveling niche, and but I'm going to set it up in a way that you can use it for any other niche that you feel like, right? So one of my earliest was how one of my earliest products that I ever really sold was how to I went to Pinterest. When I went to Pinterest, I was able to launch my first product ever. This a couple of years ago, and I was able. When I went to the analytics, I realized that this was a platform that was being used by women. So I created an ebook on how to text boys, right, or men. So how to text them. How do you want men to be texted? So I was able to do that, but just giving a background story. So This finding niche, you can apply it in anything, either beauty products, either traveling niche, either getting feed, making anything. And then I'm going to show you how to build a product, how to set up a payment system for international, then how to get traffic, and then how to automate, because such kind of businesses, you really don't want to be there every time. So I'll be talking fully. Those are the main things that you're going to be, touching on this. So we're going to start with, which skill do you really need to be able to build such a big business? So the skill that you really need is a skill that you have had many times. So this is a digital marketing skill. Okay, so this is a digital marketing skill, and this is a word you've heard many times, many times. So a digital marketing skill is what's going to enable you or equip you with, and I'm hoping you can still hear me. So we need a digital marketing skill to be able to pull this off and to make this work out. So the definition of digital marketing is refers to use of digital channels, platforms such as TikTok, YouTube, and other technologies or other apps to promote or market products. In short, digital marketing is selling of product or a service. So half of you that are in this live, you are probably a digital marketer, not only that you don't know. You see? So digital marketing gives you a very good hands-on skill that will enable you to build any brand instantly. So I'm going to talk about it, and I'm going to give you access to the course. After the end of this, you're going to come back and you're going to find that my first comment that I'm going to make on this video will be based on giving you full access of a whole course that is hours and hours long. You can go through it probably for a week, and after that you'll be good. But I'm telling you, so this is the first skill that you need, and this skill is like the OG of all skills, because everything online is under digital marketing, and you've seen that this refers to this is the selling of products and services to consumers and businesses. So this knowledge that you're about to learn on this live, not only will you um, sell to individuals but businesses as well. So that is the definition of it. And for you, why is it important, right? Why is it important to learn digital marketing before you build any online businesses? Because one, wider reach, guys. Okay, so whenever you're using digital marketing, because it's selling of products and services online to individuals and businesses, digital marketing is like the inverse of traditional marketing, right? When you think of digital marketing, think of like tech and everything, because remember, our parents used to use things like radio. So you can't compare trying to sell a digital product via radio, and we're going to talk about like all those development and everything. For those who are joining us, thank you so much. So we're going to talk about all those things. So you find that digital product is mainly the selling of products and services. So, and why is it important? Because first of all, it is famous because of our wider reach. Everyone is a digital marketer. Cristiano Ronaldo is a digital marketer. All these people that are here, showing you this or that and giving you insight. All these people are digital marketers. So digital marketing skill is what you really need to be able to like build a bigger brand. And when you get that, now for you to be able to understand, you have to understand why now. Why is it not 10 years ago? Why is it not 10 years from today? Why do you hear this word as often? It's because of the wider reach. So wider reach as compared to traditional ways. The other one is targeted marketing. Enables precise targeting of specific demographics and customer segments. So we're talking about you being able to sell maybe travel, in this case traveling guides to people in foreign countries like Texas, we're talking about, Delaware, we're talking about New York, all these countries, you are able to sell them a certain digital product that really that really really that really comes through, because you are able to target. The best thing about the internet, unlike the old school ways, when you had the, how can I call it, um, the old school way, I can say, wasn't as good, because if you put up a billboard, let's say you're trying to sell some boxers, you're trying to sell a product. It can be boxers, it can be anything, and if you put up that billboard, you will not be able to choose who's going to walk through it. So the billboard might be about ladies shoes, but you see also men are seeing that. That's why digital marketing wins, like the modern days wins in terms of the internet. So everything that has to do with marketing online is definitely digital marketing. So targeted marketing, because you can decide that this product I want to sell right now, I'm going to sell this product to like ladies, and you are able to put a certain you are able to put a target, only ladies can see this. So those are one of those things that those are one of those special things that you about digital marketing. So targeted marketing. The other one is the cost effective. um, it is very 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 um, it is very very cost effective, because when nowadays, way back, if you compare everything that is happening right now, right, if you compare everything that is happening right now to, if you compare everything to like way back, you needed, for example, in Kenya right now, for you to be able to have a billboard, that's examples of Kenya. I don't know for other countries. So for you to be able to have a billboard in Kenya is almost 250,000 going upwards. So the importance of digital marketing is the cost effectiveness. That's why right now you're finding so many massive layoffs of these big companies. So you saw KCB laid off a couple of people, the Standard, or Fox News would. That's because now, compared to the traditional way of doing marketing, digital marketing is very effective, because all you need is a phone. So nowadays, people who have a phone can compete with brands like CNN. So we are talking about, when you look at a kid like Speed and how the world has really changed. Speed only needs a camera, and Speed can be able to even make presidents shout out to him. But you can imagine that in the traditional way, for you to create the aura Speed does, it would cost you so much. You'd have to do radio, live radio, of which you pay by the millions. But nowadays, with just a phone, and that's the importance of learning digital marketing as a whole, because you're able to like now delegate. For those who are joining me on TikTok, you can go to my YouTube. That's where everything is happening. I'm walking people through ways you can make $100 a day using digital products, and I'm talking about the how I see it, right? Because I'm able to break it down from my perspective, where I'm seated from. What really takes any person, any newbie, any person probably is having financial struggles, and they want to be, to be all good and everything. So JJ, what's up? Join my YouTube. Go and click on my link, and you go to YouTube. You're going to see everything that I'm talking about. If you're on TikTok, you probably just seeing me. But today I'm talking about how you can make 100 USD using digital marketing, and I'm talking the importance of digital marketing. Why now? Why do you hear many YouTubers, many creators, and everyone is talking about this era? Is because the digital marketing is a big umbrella. Inside it, it has all these things that go on, everything that goes online, and for it to be very successful, it has to be, for it to be very successful, it has to be associated with digital marketing in one way or the other. So we have seen that cost effective. Now a kid like Speed with just a camera that costs $10,000, he can make the whole nation shut down. So the cost effective of digital. The other one is measurable results. Even in this ebook journey that I'm taking you through and showing you how you can actually make money, one of the ways you're able to see the results, like way back you could have given a radio station $1 million. And you know the funny thing about the internet, only governments around the world take internet seriously. If you look at what's happening in the UK, they have already decided, we are going to, if you make a bad YouTube comment on social media, only the government takes the internet serious as compared to the normal day user. The normal day user, as long as they see their celebrities, they really don't think much of it. But the internet is very powerful. And as we continue, I want to let you know that there are only two types of internet users in this world. Only two types. The first one is the consumer. So you wake up in the morning, you start going through content other people have created, and you go through it. This is the truth. Majority of consumers, they spend like 4 hours. They said an average adult nowadays spend 4 hours just scrolling. And I've gone this rabbit hole in terms of really what does it take to be successful. For me to be able to make that amount of money that I'm making passively selling these traveling guides, I've had to ask many questions, and this is how I'm putting it. So if you're joining me live on YouTube, just go on live on TikTok, just go on my YouTube right now. So measurable results. So you're able to see, indeed I've gotten 2 likes. Indeed today my book didn't sell. Today people clicked on my book, but they didn't proceed to buy it. So maybe I should do this. And so whenever it has measurable results, then you're able to know how to act next. And like way back, you can give $1 million to a TV station and they will tell you, yes, yesterday 5 million people tuned in, it was amazing. Yet in real sense, only maybe 3 people tuned in. So measurable results when it comes to digital marketing. The other one is ROI. So as I was telling you, the users, they are the consumer, the person that wakes up in the morning, goes through everyone else's content, and then there's a person that is a producer. The producers get paid. You know that, right? So the producers end up getting paid while the consumers, they might wonder what's really going on. That's because you wake up in the morning and just consume other people's content. So the producers get paid, and producers know that learning digital marketing has some return of investment, because everything that you are going to explore, because today we are going through these parts, how to build a skills you need to build a business that can give you that money. So finding the niche, I'm going to show you how to find the niche using AI and everything. And then where do you even get traffic? So I'm going to show you how to build a product, how to get traffic, and how to upscale. And I wanted this particular live to be very informative and have some depth. So measurable results, you are able to check. Let's say Wilson told you, I'm the biggest influencer, I posted yesterday and my video got 1 million views. You can be able to go and check actually if I got 1 million views. The other one is engagement. And I'm telling you, it's such a crazy time to be alive, because way back, if you compared what was happening, if you compare, someone is telling me about handshake account. I actually made a handshake account yesterday. I'm going to upload that video tomorrow in the morning. You can go live and check out. Engagement, facilitate direct transaction and engagement with customers. So the importance of that people can DM you in whatever social media platform you're using and ask you. And nowadays you have seen, if you compare that what was happening 15 years ago, it is crazy, because there's a big difference from what was happening 15 years ago. If someone who lived 300 years ago came to this world like 15 years ago, he wouldn't be as surprised as someone who was 15 years ago coming to the year 2026, because there's so much change. So way back, you can take example of a postal office. For you just to talk to maybe a certain big company, you have to write them a letter, and then you have to wait these many weeks, and you're hoping that letter doesn't get lost. So that company could not have had the feedback from their client as nowadays. I could just upload and someone said that Wilson, that video is bad. I didn't like it. And that's instant. So importance of digital marketing, wider reach, and you're going to use those skills to be able to upscale, right? So now, because we're talking about these skills, and the skill is digital marketing, and now I'm trying to zoom in to help you understand that if to help you understand that if you understand these things, right, to help you understand these things, and if you understand them, you're able to build many big businesses, because we are entering in an era whereby people create people we are running on one person business. We were having that discussion yesterday on my TikTok live, and we're in an era of one person business. The reason you're seeing massive layoffs is because what was being done by 100 people can now be done effectively by 5 people. And even those 5 people, eventually, to be done by one person, and eventually will enter into an autonomous state where people don't have to do anything. So, if digital marketing was a car, who's the best person that can create products? Have you ever seen these people who are just successful? They start YouTube channels. You go to YouTube and you find titles like I blew up this account in a week, right? Those who are joining me on TikTok, kindly just go to my YouTube. You can go and click on my bio and join my YouTube, and you're going to see the slides, okay? So if digital marketing was a car, and I'm talking from the perspective of very successful people, we're talking about like billionaire kind of status, people like Patrick, people who have built an online business, an online podcast, people like Joe Rogan makes $100 million. So we are talking about how does Joe Rogan understand the internet, right? And we're talking about the key word is digital marketing, because the topic of today is being able to sell ebooks using it's being able to sell ebooks. So if digital marketing was a car, and people like Mr. Beast are driving supercars, what would it have, right? So the first thing it would have is SEO, okay? So SEO, search engine optimization, this is the now we're talking about these things because when I uploaded that video on how I sold ebooks and how I make a passive income, people are like, oh my god, this is super easy. But I wanted to be frank with you. You guys follow me because I'm able to give you credible information. You need to learn these things, and that's why I've given free access to our course. So when you go to my YouTube, you're going to my G, I'll look for you. Starboy, look for me. Starboy, look for me. I've been looking for you. You look for me. Just DM me. DM me, my G. DM me. It's been a minute. So we're talking about if digital marketing was a car and you were a mech. If we were to take parts, what would you call this part? The engine of this car would be called SEO. Search engine optimization. People who are very successful online in anything, you can take a podcaster, journalist, comedian. They understand these things in a way that the typical person does not understand. Remember, the internet is a big search engine, right? The internet is a big search engine. And what did I tell you? They are users and consumers. Our clients are the consumers. So when a consumer logs online, he goes to solve his or her own problems. And when they enter those keywords, they will search certain keywords, and you want to appear in the top of that list. So that's why most people who are selling anything, because we're talking about, if you understand this thing and you're going to sell an ebook, you need to create traffic. And that's why I'm breaking it down, the most important things, right? So search engine optimization involves optimizing your website or social media channel to rank higher on search engine results. Everything nowadays is keyword. Example, using relevant keywords on your website content to appear in the first page of Google. So when you're selling this ebook, you are able to now use the right keywords while you're promoting it, whether you're using your social media like TikTok, whether you're using Pinterest, whether you're using YouTube. You're able to use the right keywords that will bring in traffic, since people log in to solve their problems. People log in the search engine. A user logs in and looks for entertainment or solve solution. So you need to be able to be there using the right keywords. And the internet, basically how the whole website works, is a bunch of keywords. Whoever ends up with the most keywords ranks high. So learning some SEO is very important. But what is SEO really? Is understanding the right keywords and what type of tools will help you to do that. And we're going to touch this later on now when we're talking about finding niche and everything. Every social media, we'll talk about the website is a big, the website is just a bunch of computers joined in together. And so when someone Googles how to buy a house, and you have a blog that you sell houses, you want to appear in the top list. So the difference between the person that appears in the first page of Google or the FYP and the person that posts and gets maybe 2 likes, the difference is that the person that really performs really good understand that. So since the website is a bunch of websites connected together, every social media platform has an analytic tool. And as a creator, you need to know analytic tools of every social media platform that you're going to use to sell your digital products, right? So when you go to TikTok, when you go and search, you search TikTok Creative Search Insight. If you have joined me on TikTok, switch to YouTube, go to my link in bio and join the YouTube. Creative Search Insight has helped my account blow up, guys. Before I knew this, I used to be the type of person who'd even post on TikTok, get maybe 2 views. Nowadays, it's normal to get hundreds of thousands of views. But that happened just because I was able to understand, we talked about TikTok having Creative Search Insight. So if you're going to sell your product using that, it's good to utilize Creative Search Insight, because when you go to the Creative Search Insight, you're able to see content gap. When you go to TikTok right now, search Creative Search, you'll see a section called Content Gap. You can reverse engineer everything from content gap and sell a product that solves that problem. So analytic tools are going to come through. So we're talking about TikTok Creative Insights for TikTok. What about Google? We have Ask the Public. If you're on my YouTube, you can just switch and you're going to see what I'm talking about. On Google, they have a tool called literally Answer the Public. You go and search. Like, let's say right now I want to start selling guides on how to do makeup. I'll just use all those tools and go and search makeup, and then I'll reverse engineer the whole thing and be able to get a product. My first product I was telling you was a Pinterest. I went to Pinterest and found out there's so much traffic. Ladies are literally like 80% on Pinterest. So I can't go there and let's say, unless it's a fitness for ladies, makeup for ladies, nails. So you can create even a course of ladies to apply makeup, and you're going to get free traffic from that. And I'm going to be showing all those things. That's why there's so much depth into it. And I'm also going to give you free access to a whole course. It's like, it take you like, may say 3 days a week to finish, and I'll give you access to all that. So analytic tools are very important. Every platform has an analytic tools that allows you to see the back door of when people log in these platforms, what are they looking for? And that's where your answers are. That's where even finding the niche is, because you can be able to know. You see, the truth is, people don't care about you and me. I know you know that, but people don't care. Okay? Tomorrow it doesn't matter unless people, I put up a pay bill, people help me, but people really don't care unless it's like but something really bad has happened and people are like, oh Wilson, I'm really sorry. But in real sense, people don't care about you. People care only about themselves and the problems they are going through. So what do? You solve those problems. And how do you know what problems people are going through? By using analytic tools. And what will analytics tools show you? Analytics tools will show you literally what people are asking. The tool for Google is called Answer the Public. The tool for Pinterest is called Pinterest Analytics. That was the tool I was able to use. I copied the whole data, and I'm going to be showing you all that. I copied the whole data and pasted it on ChatGPT, and told ChatGPT, based on this data, I wanted to develop a really good ebook. You understand? So it's very interesting. It's very, very, very interesting when you think about it really. So those are one of the things. So search engine optimization, and people rush you when you Google how to sell ebooks right now on YouTube. You're going to see someone. The video will start like, "Hey guys, I made $100,000. I'm going to show you how it started. The first thing, I got this book," but they're not telling you the other thing that you should be knowing, right? So if we're talking about digital marketing being the best car, the flyest car, in our engine, what do we have when you take the engine? We have SEO. So Mr. Beast understands SEO. Obina understands SEOs. Any creator in Africa that is big, or Demaya, all those people understand SEOs. That's when they are doing research. They know very well. They don't write their YouTube titles using ChatGPT. Instead, they will use the keywords and probably come up with it. So that's something you should know. So for Google, is answer the public, and I'm going to be showing you to use analytic tools to find out. The second one, if digital marketing was a car, we have said the engine is SEO. After we have described our car, we are going to find a niche. I'm going to show you to use exactly the things they're talking about to come up with a product. How to develop it, how to create a payment system, how to upscale, so that what if you set up an ebook and you only sell it through people coming to you, right? But what if you go viral? So during Donald Trump, when Donald Trump was shot that night, there's a couple that created a Shopify account, then connected a Shopify and Printify. So Printify is a version that is found on Shopify, and you can sell hoodies without literally seeing those hoodies. So on Shopify, you put the mock-up. People click on Shopify, they need that hoodie size. Printify will print it and deliver it. So these couples were able to make $5 million within 24 hours. Like, you can do research on that story. It's crazy. So these couples were able to understand SEOs. At that particular time when Trump got shot, that was the biggest topic in the world. So they went and printed, him lifting up a fist and everything. So it's very important to understand that. So our car engine is SEO. The body is content marketing. You need to create content. You might have the world's greatest idea in your mind, and you're like, I was thinking of starting this company, and I just think this is going to be it. But you don't do it. You don't create content. The beauty about content and how it has really changed, and you can see all over the world, Kenya, Nigeria, SA, everywhere. Like these big stations are not as popular, because when it comes to content marketing, you have to give it up to the free world and the freelancers. So the internet it remains unbeaten when it comes to content, because you can't compare the internet with like Fox News, NTV, or these big stations. So content creation is important, and I wanted to emphasize this, right? And it took me so much time to realize how important it was. I always used to be this person who wants to reserve his life and he didn't want to create content. I realized you have to create content with purpose. No one cares about what you had for breakfast. So we're talking about combining SEOs, finding out what people want, finding what people are looking for, and how do you solve their solution by creating content around that. And you're going to be seeing that very soon. And I was saying I wanted to emphasize on, let's say today there's a billionaire, and this billionaire, you meet this billionaire on the street. It's very hard to get to sell him anything. You can tell this billionaire, hey, hi guy, my name is Wilson, I have this book. It's like they don't care, guys. They don't care. They'll tell you, I'll call you, but they will never call you. But you are creating content about that particular thing. The billionaire is just seated and chilling at his living room and he's scrolling and he just appear there. So content is very powerful because content can, you literally, this video, you know, Trump could be watching this video. That's the beauty about content creation. So content marketing focuses on creating and distributing valuable, relevant, and consistent content to attract and retain a clearly defined audience. Now, content marketing focuses on creating and distributing valuable. Let's start with that. In the modern day era, content has been replaced. CV has been replaced by content. CV has literally been replaced by content. So you find that if CV has replaced content, then your content should be like your CV. You know, the beauty about content is even when I'm sleeping, people are still watching my content. You understand? It's like your mini agents that represent you. So content marketing focuses on the valuable. So it shouldn't be just any type of content. It should be valuable, solving someone else's problem. Relevant. Is it relevant, right? So like in that situation we saw with Donald Trump, those couples used that situation, and printing that would have made you more money than right now, and consistent to attract, right? So you have to be consistent. So you're not posting one video maybe to sell this particular product, and you know you're worried about views. And then another thing, to retain a clear defined audience. I'm saying this because we're going to be exploring how did I make money with that traveling niche, and I'm going to be showing you blogs and all that. So if you are here on TikTok, you can switch to my YouTube. Not everyone will be your fan. So to retain a clearly defined audience, it's much better. Do you know why Cristiano Ronaldo has many followers? He has specialized in his niche. Okay? If Cristiano Ronaldo was posting today football, tomorrow he's a chef, tomorrow he's on site checking a building, after that he could not have retained a clearly defined audience. So you have to know that every time you post, no matter how valuable your piece of content is, it's not for everyone. So when I'm developing even, let's say, a product like these traveling niches, I'll show you how I create like ones for Texas and everything. I know that this content is not for everyone. So, but I'll stay consistent and I'll be on the same topic to retain a certain audience. The people who do big in the world, they first of all do good in a small audience, then later on they can diversify their portfolio. So that's something you should know. So writing blog posts that answer common questions your customers having. So if you find that if you approach it that way, combining, now you have seen that this car, for a car to move, all parts must hold on tight together. For you to have a successful digital marketing to push this product, the whole car has to be perfect, right? So content marketing. The other one is, of course, social media marketing, the same thing. Final one is email, or not the final one, is email and SMS marketing. You know, it's funny, but majority of people still think emails are outdated. And here's a secret I learned. Your business is worth more. When I was working in the corporate world, I was once seated in a deal where someone was selling a business. And so I happened to be there and I was witnessing the whole thing. And this person was able to sell his business millions of Kenyan shillings more, all because he has been collecting emails from his clients all along. I'm talking about this because when now we talk about the product, you'll understand some of the things you should do are based on this car that you're talking about. So, engine SEOs, body content marketing, interior email and SMS marketing. So you need a good car. So if let's say let's say at some point I want to sell this business that I've been building of selling digital products which contain blogs, website, these small one-day traveling tips and guides. I can sell that business more if I'm collecting emails. Okay, so big tech companies know this. Your bank know this. Here in Kenya, the first thing you see when you enter a bank you're going to see a small box that tells you to key in your phone number, and then it gives you a ticket so that you wait. The bank does not care about serving you at that particular moment. You will be served anyway. The bank cares about collecting that number, because the bank knows if we collected Wilson's number and Wilson deposited 1 million, when you're having better products like Sarko's launched these mini products, we can sell it to Wilson. Also, big tech companies, like it takes sometimes to know the truth about this internet marketing. And when you learn this digital marketing, you'll find that many things in your life will be easy in regards to selling anything online. So the big tech knows that when you go to shopping, the supermarket make sure they collect your number. I don't know for other countries, but the supermarket make sure they collect your number, because the supermarket knows the truth. The supermarket knows that if you collect this person's number, when it's back to school season, we're going to send them some messages, some emails. When it's festive season. So if you're building an online business, what I'm trying to prepare you, for those who are joining me on TikTok, you can switch to YouTube and you're going to see the whole presentation I'm making. Yeah. So big businesses know that they can be able to collect. Think about it. If a bank can collect your number and your email, why is it like a small business, right, that is being run, a small company? So that's one of the things that I learned, guys, because I started collecting emails from these clients that were trying to buy these traveling guides, and then I would retarget them later on, because a customer that let's say bought from you you're highly likely to upscale them. These guides, I sell them at $19, right? So I average a guide a day, or a couple of guides a day. So I know if I was able to successfully sell someone a guide for $20, and these guides I'm selling is a 1-day trip itinerary for being a Kikuyu saying that is crazy. For the Kikus, they understand. It's crazy saying itinerary. So if I'm able to send them a 1-day trip, I know someday that person was so impressed by my guides that I can sell them a 1-week trip. You understand? So you have to retain your clients. So sending emails to prospects and customers to nurture relationships. And this is based on your people who have interacted on your product. Okay, you can't go on DMs of people telling you want to buy a guide on traveling. Clients won't buy it from you if you go to their DM first. It's highly like you always have leverage if people get to you first. So that's something you should know. So I'm telling you all these things so that when you start talking about products, you're going to be able to see the whole picture. So sending an email. Now I was telling you, if banks know that, supermarkets know that, and I saw someone sell his business for millions of Kenyan shillings more, all because he had collected over 200,000 emails and phone number. So he was able to negotiate with that. So if you're going to build a one-person business or an online niche that allows you to earn some money, collect data, my friend, and you're able to target your clients and upsell them. So if I was able to successfully, because there's someone, if I was able to successfully sell a $19 traveling guide and that person loved it, I can be able to upsell them and sell them a $50 now 1-week guide and write their discounts, even though there will be no discount. I'll show you the whole marketing thing. So very, very important. And we're going to be talking about landing pages. I'll show you how to create landing pages. After this, I'm going to upload the first episode, which it's going to break down everything for you. And I'm going to upload all these free sessions that you can find. We're still talking about how can you build a passive income of $100. And I'm talking about the top #1 skill that you need for elite online investors is digital marketing. So our car now has the interior, has the engine, has the body. SEO. So the other one is pay per click. So this is a moment where you have, you saw Wilson was able to run a digital product, and so you tried to launch one, but you felt like it's too slow. I'm not patient enough. I need to use some money to be able. You need to use some money to be able to run some ads. This is the most important thing you have to know for all online investors. The keyword is pay per click. So, a model of internet marketing where advertisers pay a fee each time one of their ads is clicked. Now, let's say you want to launch a business today, and the cost of running business, so you want to sell an ebook for $20, and this ebook you want to spend $100. You remember we saying digital marketing has return of investment. Now this is the return of investment I'm talking about for you to get an ROI. So let's say you have $100 and you say, I'm going to use all this. This is an example. It's not a must. I never ran a single campaign on selling these books, so I'm just saying by the way, and I felt that it was very important to mention it. So you decide you're going to give Google. You have a YouTube channel, you have a blog. You need Google to be able to run ads so that people can see whatever is happening every time you see ads on YouTube. So majority of those people that run those type of ads, they run pay per click. Why is it important? Why did we talk about running ads, and especially this one? There are other, but pay per click, because if you have $100 and you give Google, you can tell Google, show 100,000 people this ad, and then they show 100,000 people this ad, and then after 24 hours you don't have your $100. But you can tell them, you can tell Google, I'm using pay per click and I'm giving you $100. I'm going to you're going to be given a rating, so I'm going to pay $2 per click. So tomorrow in the morning you might come and find my $100, I now have 60. Even though thousands of people are shown that ad. Why do I have 60? Because only 20 people clicked on it, right? So you need, if you're going to ever use your money, let you only pay for the people who engage with that, not people who are shown. Because when people run ads online, they run ads and you can be shown something. I'm pretty sure many times you have been shown. Every platform in this world uses affiliate marketing, because most companies don't have money for advertising, so they go for affiliate marketers. A type of business performance based on marketing, where a business rewards affiliates for each customer brought by the affiliate marketing efforts. Think about it this way, right? For affiliate marketing for business owners, because I'm talking to business owners, right? I'm talking about business owners. Online business owners should know that affiliate marketers are on your side, because let's say I have an ebook. If I launch an ebook today, I'm maybe going to do all those marketing myself. I'm going to sell this traveling guide, use this formula by myself. But if I can convince 100 people to sign up for my affiliate program to sell this book, they can be able to do this marketing for free without me paying them, because I pay them on a promise that in the near future, if they make a sale, they are going. So this is a method that has been used. That's why you see Amazon is still thriving. Amazon, I must call it cool. Amazon, it's still thriving because it uses affiliate marketers. An affiliate marketer is a good person for your business, because you don't need to pay them. And on the online world, all they need is the referral link, and they can start working for you. So I want you to think big. I want you to think you have created a guide and 10,000 people are marketing it in hopes of making a sale. You don't have to do any. So many companies go for this type of marketing. So this is the type of marketing that is very, very good for. So as a business owner, that's something that you should know. Okay, I want you to keep that in mind. So if you're joining me right now on TikTok, you can just go and go to YouTube and join me. So the last part before we go to number 2, which is now finding the niche, because we were talking about the skill, is the analytics. Majority of people don't take time. Like for me, on a weekly basis, on a Friday, I can go and do analytics and realize I can check I can create a spreadsheet. I can say week one, I can be able to know that this particular product is performing really good. So measuring and analyzing data to understand the performance of your digital marketing efforts. That's like the icing on the cake for the whole thing. So finally being able to understand, okay, this is what I need. Okay, this is what I need. That is the most important thing. The ability to self-correct. I feel like the analytics give you an insight of and gives you an ability to self-correct. Imagine spending thousands of dollars you develop a product, spending thousands of dollars probably, and never looked at the analytics. You're as good as like that business is going to zero. So you need to be able to go through and be able to know how am I performing. So that's something you should be able to build within your subconscious and know that you can pick a certain day. Like for me, I do it Friday. I guess the 9 to 5 system got the best out of me. We used to do reports on Friday. For those in the corporate world know this. So I use now that to for myself, and I can go through. I can say, okay, this book is performing. Maybe I should put efforts. Wait, I'm getting more traffic from IG. Maybe I should put more effort on IG. I'm getting more traffic from blog. Maybe I should post as often. So being able to go through analytics gives you some. For those who are joining me, you can go to YouTube. I'm making all this presentation. You can see everything that I'm talking about. So we have finished skill you need to build an online business. And now we are going to talk about finding a niche, right? You want to find a niche. You because now our car is complete. Our car is super fast, can go anywhere. Our car can carry any product anywhere. You need to sell something. Like right now there's World Cup. There's many opportunities around those cities that are hosting World Cup. So the ability to understand SEOs, when you combine these things. So we've talked about this is the skills you need. So we'll talk about digital marketing. And if we put a digital marketing as an umbrella, in it has SEOs, understanding the internet search engine. It has content creation, it has email marketing, affiliate marketing. So you can use your affiliates, or you can use payment system that allow to have affiliates. One of the payment system that I was to talk about is called Seller. Seller allows creators or users to be able to create their own affiliates. So I can be able to upload a product and encourage other people to sell it, right? So that is very powerful. Being able to understand digital marketing in a depth way, it will give you such a big edge over everything, and you never feel frustrated in life because you can sell anything. We are living in an age where people can sell PDF files for millions of dollars. Guys, ebooks are just PDF files. People are selling for millions of dollars. So being able to understand digital marketing from that perspective is very important, because you're going to use those skills to push whatever you're selling. Because your products will need content creation. Your product will need you to do SEO, so knowing how to place it and where to place it when you're doing promotions. Your product will also need you to be able to do some analytics and come back to it. So we're finished on that. So I don't know if there's anyone the hood. I don't know if there's anyone who has a question based on that. So we're going to go to number 2, and we say that number 2, when you go to our list here on YouTube, you can see we are going to go do skills to build the business, how to find a niche. Skill to build a business, how to find a niche. Okay. How to find a niche. Now let's talk about how to find a niche. Now, finding the niche, you go back to the tools that we were talking about, the SEO tools. So it depends with what you want to use to sell your product. You can use Pinterest, so you go to Pinterest Analytics. If you're going to use TikTok, you can go to Creative Search Insight. If you're going to use if you're going to Google, if you're going to post on blogs, you can use. So I'm going to give you an example of Ask the Public and how this platform really functions. So ask the public. What you do, you search a certain keyword. Like for example, you can even target, and since you are selling ebooks in abroad, I'm going to say US. And then I'm going to say US, Texas. If I'm hoping they'll not tell me to sign in. If I do that, right, if I hit search, it's going to search and it's going to bring words. Now that word, right? Okay. Okay, here is it. You can see. Okay. Get free one search available. Yeah, let me search here. So the keyword is Texas. So whenever you're finding a niche, you're going to the analytics tools, because they will tell you what people like. How I was able to find the heartbreaking one, I kept seeing on analytic tools quotes were famous, so heartbreak quotes were famous at that particular time. So I was like, okay, if heartbreak quotes are famous, then I can be able to use this data to come up with books of how maybe to text a guy, because maybe some of these ladies, that would be one of the reasons for a heartbreak. Maybe it's you know. So analytic tools give you that. So here I'm going to search Texas. I'm trying to search Texas so that, yeah. And let's, I've gone Kenya. Let me go US. And then I'm going to search Texas. I'm going to search Texas. And then, so it basically will give you, let me show you how it will bring the whole thing. It had brought the whole thing. I guess they are forcing me to sign in. Let me just sign in. Let me just sign in. Search keywords. Okay, search keywords. Texas, US. So have these analytic tools. I've told you, any platform on social media has an analytic tool that allows you to see what users are doing when they're in when they're there, so you don't freestyle. You know, analytics tools give you a very special insight, because you don't have to run based on an idea. You don't have to be like, I think my idea is great, I think people are going to love it. As I've told you, sauti kwa iko chini. Oh my god, sorry guys, sorry. So analytics tools, you don't have to guess anything. You don't have to, whenever you're using analytics tools, you don't have to be like, I think I should sell baby, you know, like there are people who have niches on baby stories online on YouTube. There are others who have niches on just, you know, fitness. So you don't with the advantages of analytic tools, you don't have to freestyle your ideas, because the most special thing, godly souls, nimeongezea sauti, okay. I don't know if, okay, yeah, still on. So you don't have to, because you see, time, the most precious thing is time. And so for someone who's broke and zero and down bad, all you need is time for you to be rich, right? So because you're going to convert the time you have to a skill, and then that skill you have to something that can pay bills, right? So you don't have to freestyle and think like, okay, oh, should I sell this? No, I think I should sell this. You don't have to do that whenever you're using SEO tools. So I think the thing, okay, nice. So let me search now this word. Let's say Texas. I'll hit enter. Let me just continue with Google. So this is one tool. The other tool that I would want to talk about is Pinterest. So as that is searching, let me talk about the tools that I use for my particular niche, and now we can switch to whatever really works for me and my product. My product was a traveling guide. If I can show you here, let me show you my product. Where are you, my product? Where are you, traveling guide? I want to show you my product. Yeah, so let me show you the Texas one. Texas. So it's your 1 day perfect Austin, Texas eating rally. Feels okay. So this is the product. You can see the product on. You can see my product on. So you can just go through my product and have some sense of what I was trying to do. So I was telling you, so this is the process. This is how I ended up with these. So there was something going on in Texas, and that day when I came to Pinterest, I found that the analytic tool was full of Texas, and there was something going on. So I found out that in America, Texas is one of the best places people love to visit. And I'll look at the timeline. I'm like, okay, if I'm creating a guide, it has to be on a 1 day trip, a 3 day trip. Can't see it. Bado. Oh my god. Okay. I guess I'll have to repeat this live tomorrow again. Sorry for the internet reception. Godly souls. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry that my voice is down. Let me see if there's something I can do about it. Yeah. Okay. Now, can you hear me? I'm good. Okay, Lina, go to my YouTube, go to my bio, and then click YouTube. Is that the first option on Linktree? So, I came to Pinterest. I created a Pinterest account. Um, I created a Pinterest account, and then when I created a Pinterest account, I called it Travel Vistas. You can see. So I created a blog, right? So you have to bring in traffic, right? When you think of a product, you have to bring in traffic. So let's go through this because before we talk even traffic, I want to talk about this product and then show you how I came up with it, and now how we are going to talk about how do you bring traffic to your product and how do you retain this client so that you don't lose all this traffic, right? So it's a 1 day perfect, and then when you scroll down, discover the Austin with this plan. So let me zoom in a little bit. Even today they sent me some money, guys. They sent me some money even today. I'm super excited because now I can get to be at home, work from home, take care of my son. I have a newborn, I have a young family. I also have to work in a way that I don't have to stress about bills. I don't have to think, oh my god, today is on date or tomorrow I have to wake up. So some of this little information can give you taking even an hour a day to do some research on things. Taking just an hour a day can change your entire life completely, because these foundations that I was putting on these like small niches, because I have many small business niches that I'm going to be discussing. If you the playlist under this playlist, you're going to see there's a video of a lazy way to make $1,000, which includes being an affiliate and everything. So there are many things you can learn on my YouTube. But I was saying, because I know everyone is here for some financial freedom, and you don't want to be in a position whereby you're at mercies or maybe a boss and everything. So my thing is, we are living in the age of skills, and skills pay bills. We are living in the age of using tool. Learning how to use maybe ChatGPT could be a game changer. Maybe you cannot see that change right now, but everything that I'm showing you right now is because of ChatGPT. If I'm to draw a graph of when my life changed, it was immediately ChatGPT dropped. That's when my life changed, because for the first time I felt like I had a smart person who didn't get keep in my pocket, right? So anyway, you can see this guide how it is. Discover the best Austin. You can see how I've designed this. I'll tell you where I got these pictures, because I'm going to talk about sources. We're going to talk about development. Now we're talking about developing a product, and then we're going to talk about how to get traffic, and then how you're going to upscale. We'll talk about payment system. I'm going to share all that data, and I'm going to be doing that the whole week basically. Okay, so this you can see I have these are images I got for Austin. So I made sure that we have even the bull there with the horns and everything. For those who are joining me on TikTok, you can go on my YouTube and check me out. Quick, best time to visit. So all this was able to be done by ChatGPT, and all these images I got them from. You can see, I have it's a 19.99, right? That's just $20. You can see, even now. The last point I was talking about was upscale, but I feel like it's important I just mentioned here. When I'm setting up these books only, not only do I create this book in a way, the most important thing is not even selling the book to me, is what these people were going to do with this book afterwards. Okay? So inside this book, you can see there are places to stay, links to travel payouts. So there are other websites when you come to, we're talking about the traveling niche, and how I got the idea of the traveling niche is I heard the name high ticket affiliate somewhere, and I saw this someone had made like $3,000, and it was based on a airplane ticket that someone had bought to fly first class. Those type of trips whereby you have to pay a lot of money. And so, value addition in your ebooks. Let's say you're selling an ebook on beauty products, right? You're selling a simple step of how to have a glowing skin for ladies. So inside that ebook, make sure you recommend those products that you're going to mention on that ebook. You have linked them as an affiliate, where you have linked them to Amazon. So you can see the places that I had prepared for this ebook are not places that my client, when they bought the ebooks, they were to go and freestyle and find out what it is. Like for example, you can say links to the near capital. If I click here, it's going to take you to tickets, and that the ticket itself is another company that you can sign up. I'm going to talk about like all that in the upscale, but I was talking about in your products that you are developing for people to use, because I know this guide, when that person, these people that buy these guides to travel to Austin, Texas, I know they'll send it to their friends. So if he bought a guide at $19 to from me, and then this person ends up sending it to their brother, I've lost money, guys. So I developed them in a way that inside the places that I'm mentioning, the hotels, the plane tickets, those were affiliate programs that I had signed up. And some of these traveling affiliate programs are tickets, as you can see, and travel payouts, trip advisors. And TripAdvisor is one of the best platforms, and I'll tell you why. Let me just tell you reasons as to why right now. So in the TripAdvisor's affiliate marketing, you can see they are saying, if you're joining me right now, just go to my YouTube and you can switch to my YouTube. Yeah, so if you're joining me live right now, just go to my YouTube and you can switch to my YouTube. Yeah, so if you're joining me live right now, okay, just a minute. Okay, anyway. So, when now developing the traveling ebook, I realized I could add more value. Actually, no, after the $1,000, okay, my live will end in. Okay, let me just do something here so that I'm not asleep and the live continues. So there's a creator by the name Steve Doku. Steve Doku is a traveler, and let me show you two ways that, okay, why ebooks are like the thing, right? Let me just show you using an example. Let me use an example of if you've joined me right now, you can go to my YouTube channel and you're going to find me. Let me use an example so you guys can clearly understand what I'm talking about and how value addition can be used in many things. And I'm going to show you two creators, one from Kenya and another one from Nigeria. Shout out all my Nigerian brothers, because you guys go hard. Brothers and sisters, you guys go hard. So if you come here to the channel of Steve Doku, let's type Steve Doku. He's one of my favorite creators, and I don't know, just a side note, I don't know if you've realized with time, I found myself enjoying African creators even more. So if you look at Steve Doku, if you're joining me on TikTok, just go switch to my link in bio, you're going to my YouTube. Steve Doku, every time he goes someplace, guys, and you know, I estimated this person might be making, even Steve Doku probably is making $200,000 every single day, most likely every single month. So you're going to see that he has a channel, he has 767 subscribers. But you're going to notice that apart from this, the revenue that he gets, apart from the revenue that he gets most of the money from ebooks. YouTube does not have as much money as compared to the amount of ebooks he's probably getting from his channel. Reasons as to why, and I'm not telling you to go and be a traveling content creator, I'm just showing you how people are even maximizing it and taking it big. So here we have a video of when he visited Rwanda, right? He visited Rwanda. You can see that this video has, let's see, this video has more than 2 million views. Okay, so let's go to, now if you go to his description, you're going to see download the Rwanda travel guide. Of course, he always say, whenever you're seeing his videos, he always say the first 20 people get it for free. Of course, you're watching that video as number 20,000. So this person, when you click on it, and I want you to interact and see, wait, he's selling guide and people are still buying him coffee. Steve is draining everyone. So this is his Rwanda, and he's using a platform that I also use. The platform is Seller, and you can see that Travel Rwanda, he's selling his guides for 1,500. Now I want to ask you a question. Now his guide, inside his guide, he has developed his guide in that way. Inside that guide, there are places where you visit in Rwanda, and some of those places in Rwanda have signed up to big affiliate companies like TripAdvisors, Tickets. All those companies have signed up with big hotels in everywhere around the world. So inside this guide, not only are you buying it for 1,500, you're also going to give him commission from the hotel rooms you book. Because if you watch at this one of these videos, you're going to notice that this place he visited here, this video was released in 2022, it has 2.8 million. One of the recent places he visited, here people pay $20,000 a night. Guys, $20,000 a night. How much commission do you think he made? How much commission do you think he made? So value addition. So this person discovered. Now you might find that even his trips are being funded by the books he's selling, and the YouTube money might be even for invest, because every country this person has gone. Let's go to his main page and let's see. Even Nigerians are just really amazing. Let's see how many views. So this person, his channel has more than 100 million views. Guys, I want you just to imagine how many guides is he selling, because he doesn't have like one guide for one guide. Every video, every destination, he has 241 videos, and he has how many? He has 100 million views. You can just do the maths. If he's selling one ebook for 1,500, you can imagine. He's using a system that I was going to talk about, Seller. They're the ones who send. I use this system because Seller allows you, an American trying to buy my Texas guide in Kenyan shillings. It feels like a scam. So if I'm opening it, you can see Steve Doku. I've opened it in Kenyan shillings, but I have an option all these currencies. So people will always see it in their currency. So we're going to be talking about the payment setup, but I just wanted to show you value addition. Now let me compare you to a Kenyan creator whom I really admire so much, and I'm hoping I can create this content and be able to just share it with many Kenyan content creators. This is my favorite content creator. If you know her, reach her out and tell her this. She's leaving a lot of money in the table. We have seen that Steve Doku got 100 million traffic from only his YouTube channel. Remember, Steve Doku is on TikTok, he's on Twitter, he has probably a website. So you can imagine all that traffic, right? And look at this lady. She's creating really good content. I enjoy her content. I've binge watched almost all these videos, but if I compare those two people, she doesn't. She's leaving money on the table, guys. So guides are the way of the future, because in whatever you do, you're highly likely someone wants a guide based on that. So you can go and find a new niche like that. Traveling, you can find any niche, but I was just trying to show you two people who are in the same place. One is completely going bananas with the value addition. Steve is selling ebooks, Still is selling ebooks, and inside the ebooks there are affiliate links. Right? Now let's talk about those companies that you can work with, and then we're going to talk about how you can develop your ebook. So the first company is, when it comes to like the things that you're going to consider, the first company is Trip Advisors. Now, if you're in America and you're watching this live, you're in the best place ever, because Trip Advisors, they offer an affiliate marketing that pay people per click before even people buy anything. So there's no booking required. The user just need to click out from TripAdvisors to any of the hotel booking partners. 3 examples of publishers. So this is an example. They have given example. The missed minimum 170 clicks, they are paying $60 a month. 6,100 clicks, they are paying $17. Now you can imagine, for someone like Steve Duko, someone who has gotten 100 million traffic from only his YouTube channel. If they have these links in the ebooks, you can now imagine, right? You can imagine the kind of so that is the first one. The other one is TripAdvisors. After this, I'm going to post, but I'm going to do it probably tomorrow morning. Let me just be honest with you, or tonight. After on this live, I'm going to post resources that has links to all these things, so you don't have to go and rewatch this, or you don't have to keep on writing. So you can find that this is a company that is paying just based on clicks. People don't have to book anything. There's no booking required. So you can imagine people who get traffic, right? So that is one. So travel payouts, TripAdvisors. Now what I did, the first thing I did, because I wanted to bring traffic to myself. So I'm going to show you what I did. Okay, so let's start with the product, how I developed it. So the only tool you need is Canva. When you go to Canva to templates, you're going to say guides, and you can type guides. When you type guides, you're going to be met with many guides, guys, many guides. And you can see here, there's a guide. Here is a business. Let me use this as an example. I can say traveling. I can even be more specific. Let me say traveling. And then I can encourage you to pay for premium, this one. You can sign up for a month for free, so it's super easy. So, and you can see the traveling guides are here. They're starting to load. So all these guides, you can convert them. Anyway, let me just say guide, and I pick this one. So let's say I want to change. Let me look for another one. I'm looking for the one with the pages. They always tell. So anyway, this is just a session. I'm just trying to show you. So I click customize, and now I'm developing. So this is how I was able to develop this guide that I have here. I'll be having, as I'm telling you, I'll be having more of a boot, like some sort of a boot camp. So we might do this thing for a whole week. So you can see the book has loaded. So I can be able to change all these to something of my liking. So for example here, now I can be able to change this and come up with something. So I'm just going to show you how to develop the ebook. So how do you develop the ebook? Now let's go to where we were. So you have to work with one social media platform. You can work with one social media platform. You can work with one social media platform. You can work with one blog to bring you traffic, right? So you can see this. I can change it. I can even add more pages. I can say here add page. I can come here, add other templates. I can just do anything I want. So where do I get the wordings to add here? So let's go back. I've said one social media page, one blog page. So let's start with the one social media page. One social media page, I came here and developed Travel Vista. I've developed others, so I can Travel Vista, I can say Travel Vista Plus. You can create as many Pinterest, as many TikTok, as many YouTube. All these should be bringing traffic where? To your page. Okay? So you can see here I have some content. People are even pinning. I have a content that has many pins. You can see why travel to why travel to Turkey and all this. And some of this you don't have to create from scratch. Okay, some of this content we're talking about how to bring traffic. Some of this content you don't have to create from scratch. And don't worry in case all this has been like overwhelming, because I'm going to share a free guide that has all the creating of these pins, creating of this channel, like a step-by-step literally, right? So you can go to TikTok. So I used to go to TikTok traveling. I look for traveling, and then there are apps that allow you to download a TikTok video without the mark, the watermark. So without that TikTok, so I'd upload that and come and paste it here. So I can upload and come and paste it here, and you can see there are so many pins and people are pinning. Some of them are saving. So, and all this traffic that comes here, where does this traffic go? It also goes to my blog, right? So if you open, you're going to see my page here. It's called Travel Vista. So I open a social media page. So you can open a Pinterest, you can open a TikTok, you can open a YouTube, because we have talked about all these social media platforms like you've seen. And you can see my guide, how it looks like. It has all these destinations: Thailand, Australia, Austria, and some of this information is evergreen. The reason as to why I picked this niche is because I don't have to come here and publish a post ever. I don't have to ever do anything. So some of these places you can see, I talked Discover Austria, a complete travel guide. So it's just talking about places you can go. And all this information here, also all of it can lead to my guide. If my guide, now when you talk about Texas, right? When you talk about United States, you have Texas. And if you go to Texas, what do you have in the Texas section? You have my guide. So here you can see the photos. I've written all this with ChatGPT, but refreshed it. You can see all these places. All these photos, I got them from free resources, pixel.com. Pixel.com. So if you're joining us right now, just go to my YouTube. I'm live there. And yeah. So Pixel is a website. Pixel is a website that gives you free stock images. I once got a client that wanted me to design them a billboard, and this billboard was be placed along Mombasa on Ngong Road, and this client didn't give me anything because they wanted they just wanted a billboard for an upcoming company for diapers. So what I actually did, I came to Pixel, the best free stock photos. Now, one thing you have to know about intellectual property is that someday you might be too big to be sued. You might be you might be big enough to be sued, sorry. Okay? So the kind of images that you use, you should normalize using free stock images or copyright free. So one of the websites that I was using, and you're going to see all that in the course that I'm going to upload, is Pixels, and the one is Pixabay. On Pixabay, you find both also music for free, okay? So I came here, created a Pinterest page, and then when I created a Pinterest page, I was able to create content, post it on here, and I knew that the people who were interested in these pins, or people who were interested in traveling, when they clicked on my blog, they were able to find lots and lots of content here, right? Lots and lots of content. So another upscale, and I'm going to show you another upscale, right? Like we've seen the example of Steve Doku. If you're joining me on TikTok, you can go on YouTube. Everything people are seeing on YouTube. So another upscale is you can submit your blogs to AdSense, right? Let me give you an example so that you can see how people are actually printing this money out here. So I'll go to another niche. So because our lessons today are more of like general lessons, right? So we're not talking about just one thing. We're not just talking about just traveling niche. I'm just trying to give you a broader perspective of how people are printing money out here, right? So for this one, for this particular one, so you can see I'm getting traffic from my website, blog. I'm getting traffic from, I'm getting traffic from almost everywhere, right? So, okay, let me see. And I want to show you the recipes. Cooking recipes. And I want to show you something, okay, that how people are printing money out here from all these ideas that I'm talking about. Let's go to the first site. So you can see here is someone who has used AI. This is clearly AI. This is another niche. Recipes, guys. Cooking recipes are driving Pinterest nuts and Instagram nuts. So let's go to their page. This is Food Hub. So one thing, why did I pick Pinterest for my traveling niche? Pinterest is one of the only platforms in the world you can have such a 195 followers, but he has 2.6 monthly views. No other social media platform you can only have 195 followers, but your page gets 2 million. And that's why I picked Pinterest for this niche. You can introduce other social media channels to bring all that traffic to our ebooks, but the reason I picked Pinterest was this. Now, Food Hub USA, he's using AI to create all these pins. You can see in the past 3 days he has created, and we'll be talking about this. I'll be having a whole boot camp about this. So 680 pins. So he used the AI to create them, and I'm going to show you how to create them in batches so that you don't waste your time. So if you come here and you're going to see that this particular person has a website, right? So they might not be selling an ebook, but let me show you how they're making money. Okay? So, okay, continue. It said that because I had turned on my VPN, I guess. Yeah, my VPN is on. So, I want you to look at that website. And I want you to look at that website, and you're going to notice something when you stay long enough to this website. So, we are studying other people's businesses plus my model, and I want you can duplicate it on other things. So, this person is getting 2 million monthly views, but he's not selling any recipes. So how could he be making money? He's making money from the AdSense. So let's go back to our website here. So this particular person, if you spend enough time in this website, you're going to see an ad popping, and this person is taking those 2 million clicks and bringing all that traffic where? To his platform. And then he has submitted this platform to Google AdSense. Are we good on that? So there are many people in these platforms that are printing money, and you can see this is a new niche. It's literally June, guys, June 7th. We're talking about 10 days ago. So this is someone who was bringing. Let's explore another business, because I wanted to show you guys, and you can see people are making bank out here. So let's go and explore another one. I'm just going to show you, let's say, let me pick this one. Okay, let me go and visit their site. So you can even decide to have a niche, not sell ebooks, and submit it to Google AdSense. So you can see this is another one. He has all recipes, and let's see how much traffic they're getting on their channel. Let's go to the profile. Let's go to their profile. easy saucy ramen noodles. Easy saucy ramen noodles. So I'm trying to get some different. I'm going to get like the top ones, the top 1%. So I'm trying to show you how you can create free traffic, and I gave you the reasons as to why I picked Pinterest, because Pinterest is the only site you can start creating content today, and by December you have 5 million traffic in terms of like the traffic you can get. So it is like crazy. Okay, let me go to her site. I can see her name. Now let's see another creator here, Saima, a lady right here. She has used her Instagram. So Saima here, she has 334 followers. She's only following 11 people, but look at the monthly views, guys. So all these people she's taking to her Instagram. So I'm looking for someone who was focused on a certain niche, but you get the point, right? Pinterest is the only place you can get so much traffic. I haven't posted on Travel Vista, guys, and I still make passive income. I haven't posted in it for months. I haven't posted on Pinterest. So you can imagine for someone who has been even on a daily basis. So you get that traffic and you lead that traffic where? To your place. And I want to give you a homework tonight. I'd want you to explore this platform, Pinterest, and I'd want you to go and just check different people and what they are doing on the platform. Okay, this is someone. And you can see how easy it is to build traffic. And then I want you to go and see when they get it, because when they get that traffic from social media, do they let it disappear or do they do something with it? You should never let the traffic disappear. So you should either collect their emails or even bring them to our website that can, then you can submit that website to Google AdSense. If you stay long enough to, okay, I have an ad blocker, that's why. If you stay long enough on these platforms, you will find that ads will start popping up. So you find that these people are making passive income of around probably 6,000 USD on a monthly basis. You can go and check standards of, go and ask ChatGPT, if my website gets 1 million visits. I asked that today. If my website gets 1 million visits, how much money can I make as revenue from Google AdSense? You'll be surprised. I'm giving you that as homework. Go and check it out. So, my dear friends, I have so many ideas and I'm going to be sharing so much. So, we are at the product and how you develop it, right? So now let's talk about the development of product. So you come here and you can see here we have organic, here manage campaigns, and then you can see campaign what analytics. Okay, so you go to, so let me go to the business hub. Let me turn it to the business hub and be able to get the analytics tool. So we are going to turn it to a business hub, and then here, guys, so guys, you're going to excuse me, I'm going to take a piece, just some moments. I'm going to take a piece and then I'm going to come back. Okay. I'm back, guys. I'm back. Okay, I'm back, guys. I'm back. Oh, yes, guys. I'm back. I was actually pressed. So we are still. How do you find products? Right? We have been talking and having this conversation. So if you come here, you're going to see the analytic tools, and these analytic tools gives you a big insight in whatever is going on. So you can be able to view the audience. You can see, like, for example, things that are going up like crazy right now, multicolored, whatever this is, nails. Ladies understand this. I can also be able to see. Remember me telling you digital marketing, why it's important? Because it has analytics in it. So being able to use analytics is a very important thing. So being able to use analytics is very important. As you can see, if you're joining me on TikTok, you can just go to my YouTube live. So, and you can see that when you go to the analytics, I'm able to see who is trending or what's really going on. So let me view trends. I'm going to view trends. So remember, I told you in the beginning of this conversation, for those who haven't watched, you can just rewatch the whole thing on YouTube. Many times you need to learn the analytics and SEOs, because SEOs is now what really makes. Now you can see. So I see blowout hairstyle is something that is trending in America right now. It has, in the past 1 month, it has gone up by 900%. So you can imagine making something from that. Kitchen, small kitchen ideas, that's something that's gone up by a certain percent. So what I can do, I can search a trend, and let's search a keyword, and then I show you travel. So I can search my niche, and let me see. So in my niche, I can see parking. So this enables me to know I can go and sign up on affiliate programs that are in conjunction with things of camping, parking, and everything. So if you're joining me on YouTube, you can go on YouTube right now and you're going to see everything we're talking about. We are talking about how you can make money from at least $100 a day selling products, and I'm sharing all that inside. And how do you develop products? You use analytic tools. Why are you using analytic tools? Because analytic tools lets you know what people are searching for. Why do you care about what people are searching for? Because people don't care about you and your great ideas. You need to care about, be mindful, like care about other people's problems, and that will make you rich. So I can see with my analytic tool here, I can be able to search even region, but you can see region is United States, so exactly good. I can see that this was up at around a certain time. So when you go and look at it, you'll notice that this was influenced by something that probably was happening in America. Maybe it was some season or something of that sort, right? So you can come here and say add related keywords to. So all these you can see, also age. You can be able to see like 25 to 34, 18. So even when I'm creating content, this enables me to be able to curate content for what? And another thing I told you, this is a female page. 84% of the people here are what? Are female. So if you're joining me here on TikTok, you can just go to my bio and go to the YouTube, okay? And you're going to see all these things that I'm talking about. So here you can be able to see, I can be able even to see who is doing good in that niche. Let's see who's doing good in that niche, and let's see what they're up to. Okay, I can be able to click on that analytic and I can see who I'm competing. So what really enabled me to know what type of even pins to use, I was able to go and see the people in my niche that I'm trying. What are they doing? What kind of images are they posting online? Okay, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to be like, okay, this is the newest of the newest thing. You don't have to do all that. Using analytic tools, search the keyword for whatever you're interested in selling online. Using the analytic tool, if you're on TikTok, you can go to TikTok creative search inside, and I've explained the part where the internet allows a backdoor for you to be able to see what's going on. So this gave me an insight, and I was able to know exactly what type of pins to post. So if I can come here and let's see who's running this page. So let's visit their website and see. So okay, let's see who this is. Now you can see here, really Rashai. She has 500 followers, 275 following, and she's getting 2 million monthly views. 2 million monthly views, guys. So let's see what she's doing with all that traffic. Let's go to her site, but I don't think she's into 100%. But anyway, the point is, in developing the product, you have to use the analytic tool so that you know what is lacking, what are people looking for. So you can see her page. She's very smart. She collects emails, guys. Okay, join the family, become part of my family, where you'll be first to know about the latest and great. So this lady here, as I was explaining, you have to collect. She knows one thing, right? This is a website built by Kit. This is a website that also sells. She knows one thing, this lady. She knows that you have to keep emails. So the 2 million monthly views she's getting, assuming only 100,000 people end up in her channel, that is enough. Because if she's collecting 1,000, let's say she's collecting, we have seen that her page is getting, and the reason I told you, the reason I chose this site is because you can get millions of viewers even without crazy amounts of following. So you can see that she has 2 million monthly views. So assuming like only 10% end up, that's 200,000 people, and out of 200,000 people, only I always work with the 1%. I always work with 1%. 1% allows me to have a worst case scenario. Okay, so I tell myself, out of the traffic that I'm going to generate, 1% might end up actually where I want them. So this lady might be collecting around 30,000 emails on a monthly basis. What does she do? She probably sends them email. She probably tells these people to follow her on other channels. So for any business owner, online business owners, learning how to collect people's emails is something very, very, very important. So, and let's see. So here I have a page. Actually open this so that I can show you in this session. So, and how she collecting emails. This is some of the tools that people have been using. So if you come here, for example, remember, let me just take people who have been in this session, this class session all through. Let me just take you and remind you something that I said. I said in step number 4 we have email marketing, right? And in email marketing we said sending emails to prospects and customers to nurture relationships and drive sales. Example, sending a welcome email series to new subscribers. Landing page basically collects your data, all that. So we're talking about landing page. So a landing page is basically the first thing your clients see if they are clicking any links. Okay, so when you talk about landing pages, of which we're going to talk about this more, I think time has really flown, but we're going to be having these sessions. But just let me just wind up and show you. So when you talk about landing pages, we have what we call funnels, and I'm going to actually, I'll have another session probably on a Sunday, and now I'll show you how to build funnels, because I want to show you exactly how you can make that amount of money every day. So you can see here you can build a funnel. So let's call it short travel V stars. So I wanted to build one so that I can show you. And what are we doing here? We're building to collect emails, and then you're going to click save. If you have joined, you can go to my YouTube channel. So let me delete one here. I've opened a couple of emails, so let's create one. Build the audience. So the travel V stars. So if you have joined me, kindly go to my YouTube and you're going to see all that. So then you click travel vistas. I'm just going to show you, but I'm going to have a technical way of showing you, because now we add we in the part where I was talking about like how they're collecting pages, right? And I still haven't forgotten. We're talking about the development of product, and I was showing you the analytic tool, right? And we went on that detour of experiencing. So this is how people are coming. So you find that someone will come here and use this as their skin. So when people click, they end up somewhere like here and they fill up. So, and you find that this site, this is one of the tools I'd want you, and I'll put it on the guide that on the sessions that I'm going to give you for free, in case you don't want to wait for me on Sunday and you want to just continue with this thing. This is one of the best sites in the, this is the best CRM site in the world, because it has SMS automation, it has email automation. You can see your newsletters. Newsletters is basically after you've collected these emails, you can be sending your clientele emails. So if it's about traveling, you can tell them this new country, right? Like you've sent them an email that this new country has now removed visa and only need a passport and all that. And you've sent them an email and they can buy a guide based on that, right? On my scenario. On your scenario may be different. But you can see you can run campaigns, you can see statistics, and then automation, they have rules. Like rules here, for example, let me show you how people automate this, right? You can see this thing, I really, there's something here way back, but anyway, let me show you how people create rules. Now, so someone has signed in Pinterest page and they have ended up on your page. And we're talking about email marketing as well, which contributes, because this whole car has to move together. You see, the trigger is when people subscribe, right? Blog subscribed. So if someone subscribed to a blog, what action should happen? You can tag them. So you can either tag them, and maybe you are running different campaigns. You have a niche in weight loss, you have a niche in traveling, you have a niche in relationship advice. I'm just picking the most common ones. You can be able to tag those different people. Which did they log in from? And you can send them an email. And then you can come here on the emails and create a whole campaign. You can run a campaign that is automated, that people you don't have to ever send an email in a single day. It takes you literally a day. You create emails that can be sent literally a whole year. So this is one of the tools. So we're going back to how do you develop the product, right? And I was showing you all that using this Pinterest. I was telling you can use, so you can be able to see, we're talking about how to develop the product. The past range 1 year, okay, you can be able to say the past 3 months. I want to see what has been trending in the past 3 months. So parking, Europe, trips, traveling, flying. That's what many females have been searching for in this platform. You can see age 18 to 24. So now I already know how I'm going to create my ads, right? I'm going to create them whether they're like this or like that. So you can come here, create. Okay, you can overview the whole thing. Let me just show you the overview. You can view search trends. So this is the monthly trend. Let me see full list. Then here, travel. I wanted to show you, this is what I wanted to show you. Travel. Let's see on our niche what's really on. So traveling niche, I want to cancel this because I saw something. So you can see here on this list here, let's say interest. I'll put traveling. Let me put traveling. I'm showing it. Don't worry about all these, not being able to get all this instantly, because I'll be sharing all this and I'll be doing it as many times. This is amongst those niches. So I've picked traveling. So let me look for this traveling and see. So traveling. Oh, sorry guys for those who are on my TikTok. My phone is about to die at 1%. So you can join my YouTube. My phone is going off. Join my YouTube if you want to learn all these things. As we are winding up, thank you for joining me. So let me continue on YouTube. So here there's something very special that happens and that you need to know, right? So let me cancel this. I wanted to, so there's this list that you get. So I want to use this data currently to come up with an idea that's not even traveling. So what I'll do, I'll download this data here, this whole thing from Pinterest. I'll download it and then I'll open it. Okay, I'll download that and open all the keywords. So let me open it in Excel, open file. So I'll download when I download the keywords, and then I'm going to, okay, so let me see. Okay, so let me open it and I'm going to show you how you can find a niche. I'm going to do this. I'm trying to, so it's loading up. So basically, as we're waiting for this to load up, basically what you do, you are taking all these keywords to ChatGPT and telling ChatGPT based on the information that I've shared, give me the best. Okay, let's see. This is it. So we come here. So I'm going to come here. I can see the trends. I'm going to highlight from here. So I'm going to highlight from here and I'm going to scroll all the way down. Yes. So I'm going to copy here. Then I'm going to ChatGPT. We're still on product development. Then I'm going to come to my ChatGPT and I'm going to say no, what is it doing? What are you doing? Okay, based, so I'm saying based on these keywords, help me come up with ebook ideas. So do that, Control V. So I've already I've pasted all those keywords. Let me close them. Okay, now another tool that I want to tell you to use is, these are amongst the tools. I'm going to make a video of tools that can really help you. So this, it's called Prompt Genie. So, and I was talking about that thing yesterday. I was trying to explain how it is easy to actually be able to develop something complex. So instead of using ChatGPT, I'll come here and I'll paste that prompt to get a more complex one with juicy detail, and is one that is able to give people or give me the results that I'm looking for. So let me just show you what I'm talking about. gmail.com, and then I'm going to come here and then I'm going to sign in. So I wanted to show you that now this is one of those few tools that you might not use, you might not think about it even, but it's the most important. So I just want to make this a super tool. So give me, on these keywords, help me come up with ebooks idea, come up with 5 ebooks idea. So okay, I've exhausted. So what will have happened is that they will have told us to, anyway, I don't have to, let me just open another one. I have to illustrate these things for you guys. It would have made it more complex, and it would have become like more of a super prompt of some sort, and it's able to give you proper feedback. It would say something, instead of based on the keywords, help me come up with 5 words, it say you're the best SEO expert in the whole world. I want, like, it will give it such good details that by the time you're copy pasting it to ChatGPT, you're going to get. But for now, just use that. Give me come up with 5 ebook ideas. So enter. So you'll notice, so using SEO, we're going back to how we started this session. SEOs plays a critical role in research, in you coming up with the book in you promoting the book, in you finding everything. Content helps you in you promoting the book, in you doing everything. Email helps you in you retaining clients, in you building a bigger portfolio like I've shown you. Okay, so here's the book's ideas. The ultimate concert outfit playbook. Oh, this sounds crazy. Target audience: teenagers and young adults attending concerts and festival. Inspired by keywords Taylor, Bryson Taylor. Bryson Taylor, man, they used to be my Bryson Taylor still today, till since 2016, since he dropped Trap Soul, has been my guy on my playlist for decades. You can see inspired by keywords. So you can see that young teenagers in America are really into concert outfits. They're looking for concert outfits. Okay, and of course, what the ebook covers: how to create concert ready outfits on any budget. This is really awesome. Outfit. So you can see I've already gotten an idea. So let's see what ChatGPT is also saying. You can see the other second idea. We also had 365 nail designs for every season and mood. For ladies in the chat, tell me, would you buy an ebook that, or a guide? Then number 3, modern gift guide. So people want to know what to gift their person, their significant half. They just met today. They want to start gifting each other or something of that sort, and you're trying to learn how you can impress this person, how you can impress someone you've lived with for quite some time. And so gifting is a big deal. Inspired by keywords like Father Day gift ideas. So you remember me telling you, when you look at the analytics of Pinterest, you find that there are places where it's like super up and everything. Let me search travel, right? That you find there are places that it's super. Okay, these are the keywords. Let's say travel outfit for women. You can see ladies. There are ladies that are constantly traveling the whole world. Classy airport outfit. So you can focus on these small niches and you can be able to narrow it down. You can see why is it up here. So as I was explaining the other day, moments ago, I was telling you that it might be a certain season, and analytics help you see that. What the ebook covers: gifting ideas, all that. Gifts under 20, so gifts under $20, gifts under 50 and $100, last minute digital gifts, all that. Possible title: never run out of gift ideas again. So this is something that people most likely majority of people would buy. So you can see even Minecraft is a big thing in the whole world. Personally, I've never played Minecraft a single day. I'm planning on doing maybe gaming from next month or so. The games are never finished, but you can see Minecraft players and content creators, beginners, medieval castles, all that. So you see, it's easy using SEO skills. It's very, very, very easy to be able to develop an idea. And now with that, that's when now I type and tell ChatGPT I need you to develop this book and everything. And now I'll come up here, I'll pick up this, I'll change these photos, I'll pick photos, like for example, let's say the crazy airport ideas, right? Let's say the airport idea is really, really our thing. So let me refresh here. Okay, let me go to the airport. Let's look for the dope outfits, right? Crazy, classy outfits. I'll put that. Let's say airport outfit. Let's see if we're going to such a thing. So Pixels and Pixabay. So I'm getting a couple of things. Now the thing about you can see couples there. I'm looking for looking for ladies, looking all bougie and everything, looking all great and everything, having her stuff together and everything. This outfit is crazy. So you'd find that I'd pick such an outfit and I'd be able to include it. I'd be able to include it in my ebook. So let's say this is my cover, right? Let's say this is my cover. I can be able to pick this and come here, right, and put my cover here, and I can be able to replace background. Okay, let it finish. Replace background. I can say airport outfits. Of course, I haven't put so much thought into it, but I'm just giving you an idea. So I can delete this, and then I can maybe even put this here. I can add a strip line. Let me go to the elements and add a strip line. Let me line. I can add anything, and just to make it, I can add anything just to make it all fancy and everything. So I can do anything. I can also come here and ChatGPT. I can come here and say magazine, travel magazine. Let me say travel magazine. This one looks awesome. Tourism day and everything. So I can be able to pick these covers and be able to flip it. I can be able to take this cover and flip it. I can take this, add a new page. I think I loved that so much. So I'm going to rip off this, detach the email. I'm going to bring it here. I'm going to change it to that. And you see, right, perfect. Perfect travel feet. I can write each one, and you can see I can even make this a cover of my ebook, and they can even just develop it. So with the help of AI, you are able to do that. So in the upcoming classes, I'll be showing you quite a lot. I'll be showing you how to go about everything, and how the things that you want and all that. So you'll be able to explore that. So if you have any questions, I don't mind answering all those questions and everything. Yeah, so thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much, guys, for that. I really appreciate everyone who joined. Thank you so much. And is Seller better than Gumroad? Okay, is Seller better than Gumroad? Say Gumroad, Seller is much better than Gumroad because Seller has multiple, it has multiple ways of actually being able to pay. So it includes many countries' payment options. So you want to sell a product that gives your clients multiple payment options, right? So we're going to be continuing. I'm going to post the whole session, and you guys are going to have a free masterclass. I'll give you all the episodes that you need to make such a dream come true. I'll be continuing this conversation, so you let me know if this was really awesome. Thank you so much for your time. I'm hoping I was able to provide value and give you some value, give you some insight. So I really appreciate, guys. I really appreciate with everything. Thank you so much. You have a lovely night. Cheers, guys.